People, how you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. I got something to tell you about your boy and me personally. I'm going to save that for the end of this video. Let's get this right in, okay? This is a warning, and this is not clickbait warning. This is a warning, okay? And let me just tell you what the warning is right on the top. The warning is, if you're just doing options, if you plan on investing in the stock market down the road, if you have never gotten serious with your finances, you better. You owe it to yourself, because what's about to take place has never taken place in the history of the world, let alone the United States. So let me go down to this, okay? So CoreWeave popped, doubled AI infrastructure, right? A lot of people were calling this AI a bubble. It's not a bubble. It's a revolution, okay? It's here, all right? Listen to this. You guys saw this headline on yesterday, but I did a deeper dive after watching this mind-blowing talk that they had on CNBC, okay? Nvidia is partnering with Apollo, BlackRock, Blackstone, Brookfield, Goldman Sachs, and KKR to build a finance platforms aimed at mobilizing more than $500 billion in a third-party capital for AI infrastructure. And this is financing for other companies to participate in AI. So just get that. Just get that. So Nvidia is literally getting more money together so that other companies can afford AI infrastructure. Okay, now put a pin on that. Remember that, right? So listen to this. BlackRock, let's start with the small one, okay? Brookfield manages 1.2 trillion in assets, okay? Blackstone alone, 1.3 trillion in capital, okay? Goldman Sachs, 3.6 trillion in assets. That's the word I'm looking for. BlackRock manages now 15 trillion in assets, and they are partnering together to raise this money, right? So that is absolutely insane, the amount of collective money that they are putting together to build out the AI infrastructure. So I was listening to Larry Fink, okay, CEO of BlackRock, and he said we need about 70 gigawatts. That's what he said, 70 gigawatts. This is going somewhere, because I'm gonna tell you guys about some companies you better have, right? You just better have it, right? So it costs about 50 billion for 1 gigawatt of compute power needed. That's the build out, the AI infrastructure, you know, the plants, everything. About 50 billion, all right, for 1 gigawatt. Remember, Larry Fink says we need 70. Now there's some conflicting reports on numbers, but check this out. All right. Currently, we have use of around 60 to 65 gigawatts, and by 2030, we'll need. They were saying that we're going to need a total of 84 through 100 gigawatts, right? Though Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, says we're going to need about 70 gigawatts more by 2030. Okay, so now. Amazon CapEx spend, so capital expenditures, when you hear that, Amazon's CapEx spend is $200 billion. Google's CapEx spend is $175 to $185 billion. Meta's AI spend is $115 to $135 billion. Microsoft, $120 billion in 2026. Okay, so now put all of that together. Just keep all of this together because you need to know that. That's a total of $725 billion spent in infrastructure by the end of this year. I want you to wrap your mind around that. $725 billion. Okay. So now on this call that they had on CNBC, that Nvidia called all the big boys to the table. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, said we need about an additional 70 gigawatts of compute power, right? If you put a $50 billion price tag on that, then we're talking about an extra $3.5 trillion that we have to spend. We have to spend an extra $3.5 trillion, according to Larry's math, to get to 2030. That's not total. That's just to get to 2030. So Amazon has already spent $200 billion. Google, 175 to 185 billion. Meta, 115 to 135 billion. Microsoft, 120 billion already spent. Okay. So here are the big dogs, the blue chip companies that I think that everyone must have in their portfolios. Okay. Must have, not limited to, but must have. Amazon from now until 2030. Google from now until 2030. Meta from now until 2030. Microsoft from now until 2030. Nvidia from now until 2030. And Taiwan Semiconductor, okay? They're one of the leading semiconductor foundries, okay? So Amazon, AMZN, Google, GOOG, Meta, META, Microsoft, MSFT, Nvidia, NVDA, and Taiwan Semiconductor, TSMC. And you can throw some extra ones in there like some MU, okay, and some SpaceX, okay. But I'm just heavily leaning on AI and AI infrastructure based on money already spent, okay. And so why is this an emergency? Because the amount of money that is going to be made from now until 2030 is life-changing. And if you miss it, you're going to miss it. If you miss it, you're going to miss it. Does that mean just buy everything today? No. Does that mean that the market is not going to cool off? I still believe there's going to be a cool off from now until October. I do. I still believe on all of these companies, there's going to be better buying prices. But you better believe once they take off again, like they already did, just go back 15 months on all of them. Go back 15 months on MU and look at the price. All right. Before AI really took off, go back 24 months. Every single one of these you wish you bought. But here's what I'm going to tell you. And this is not clickbait. I'm just hitting you guys with the facts. You want to have the big dogs in the race first, and then find the other stock. Okay. So build your own ETF, put these in them. Okay. Now remember, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Everything I just said before this is what Larry is going to do. Do your own research. But I just wanted to lay some numbers out for you. This is not the dot-com bubble of the 90s when you didn't have $725 billion spent on the dot-com. This is money spent, and earnings are coming out showing that they are already making revenue on this spent, though they plan on spending even more. Tell me what you think in the comments. Now, lastly, I am in a weather path. The county I'm in right now, 97% of the county has no power, right? And then where I live, there were 2 trees, boom, boom, hit my house. And just about every house on my cul-de-sac has trees down. They didn't say it, but the winds probably hit 100 miles an hour, and I was on the front porch watching it like an idiot, like some of you crazy people. And I ran into the house and ran to the basement. Pray for everybody. There's no power. This I'm going to just try to upload here on my iPhone. There's a no drive order, though I just went a block away, so I didn't have to hit any street lights. There's no street lights, and we don't have cell. The cell is spotty. Okay, so I don't know when I'm going to be before you again, but where my studio is, nothing's happening right there, right? Nothing, no power, I got a generator, so we got power, but no internet, none of that. There's no street lights for miles and miles and miles. So you're probably hearing it on the news. I can't even pick up the news. So we're going to try to get this video up and out to you guys, but leave in the comments what's going on. All right. So I had to get on my roof, tree hit the roof, and everybody I call, friends and everybody. That's a big tree on my house. There's a big tree on my house. There's a tree on my house. Tree smashed my car. I mean, it looks like some of the blocks I've driven down today looks like a war zone. It's crazy. So, but in spite of all of that, we are still thankful for the mercies of God. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Let me know what you think about this AI and what I'm talking about. It is an emergency. You owe it to yourself. I've been saying this for a while now. It's time to get serious about your money. It's time to start investing and stop living high on the hog and start investing. Somebody saw me on Southwest. They go, "You fly Southwest?" I said, absolutely. My money is I don't care how much money I make. I'm rolling that money over, and my money is making money. It's time to get serious about your long-term investing. All right. Talk to you later. If you want to learn more, if you want to see what I'm buying and when I'm buying, Money Moves is going to be the top link below. Come and join us, and we're going to go from there. Right. Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.